Probably just gonna have to pay attention to Twitch chat after this game, so here we go. Like everybody's loading in. This was Araxium's first pick, which is on Endor. Hopefully I can remember how to navigate the camera here. Let's everybody's loaded in, but they're not actually in the game yet. Is DICE actually gonna be nice today? They're not gonna start the game before everybody's even loaded in? That did happen in Nativ versus N10. One of the... I keep saying Nativ. One of the native players hadn't even gotten in the game yet. And it started. They actually managed to cap the first pod down a player. So that was pretty impressive. Hopefully they've got all their partners set up and everything and they're good to go. Let's actually see what cards everybody's running. So we got a cycler rifle. Got a double sniper. Puffy's not actually in the game yet. We've got a pulse cannon and scan pulse. And on the native side, we've got double sniper, usually what he runs. Got another cycler, pulse cannon, and another double sniper. That's a lot of cycler rifles on the native side. It looks like Dink's gonna be the first cap here. Got pretty much all four native players pushed up on him right now. I forgot the controls. Oh lord, how do I do this? I'm trying to remember how to full screen, or first person there. So we got Olqui's viewpoint right now. Looks like Dink and his team spawned on the other side of the map. Although they're a little bit spread out at the moment. Let's actually go back to spectator cam. Can't really see what's going on. But Fury's gonna get a nice pod cap here. Olqui actually had a good chance for a cycler shot there, but I think Fury kinda baited him and made him miss that shot, so it was a nice pod cap there by Fury. But currently Native has control of the pod, but Araxium are going to cap it. We've got all four Araxium players here now. Nativ is spawning on their spawn side. We've got one up top fighting against Puffy. Puffy's rolling around, healing up, getting that kill there. We got all three Araxium players very, very close to the pod, ready to get a nice melee from somebody if they get close, because they're definitely not running as many cyclers as Native is. They're running a lot of cyclers on their side, so they're going to be a lot stronger on defense than they are offense, unless they're actually switching up star cards on the situation. It looks like Felvine's going to go for it, but not going to quite make it. First pod cap is going to go to Araxium. They're actually spawning behind Native.
Another pod is down. Move on that
Native's actually going to get a good spawn here. Spawning, is that Rebel side or Imp side? I wasn't actually paying attention. But I thought Native was going to get here first, but it looks like Araxium is going to get there at the same time. I think it's going to get the pod cap here. River is going to also cap it back. But Native's got the high ground right now. Araxium's all spread out. They're going to get taken out by Felvine there. We had a nice floater there. I think that was Fury? Or was that Sport? Couldn't tell who did that. But Fury's going to recap the pod. There's one Native player left. And Araxium's partner spawning there, which is nice. They do have their partner spawn set up. So they're going to set up for a defense here. We got Fury fighting Felvine on this side. We've got Nerver jumping in for a... I thought he was going for the pod, but he's actually just kind of jumping in to get a drop on Sport. But he gets taken out by two Araxium players. And the other two come from their spawn alongside. Oh man, this isn't looking good for Native. He's got a good chance at a recap here, and he gets it. They miss those cycler shots. Really nice pod cap there. But we still got two Araxium players up. I mean, they're getting these recaps, but they haven't managed to clear out the defense yet. So Felvine's going to drop in. But Nerver is actually going to get that kill. I don't think he's running shield, so he didn't get a pod cap there, but Nerver's probably going to get an easy pod cap here. I know Dink's got cycler. He misses that shot. Two Nativ versus two Araxium, but one's in a bubble. Can't help his teammate. Now he's in a 1v2 situation. And gets taken out by Puffy. Looks like Araxium are going to regain control here. Take out Olqui there. And we got two Native players coming up on them. We got three Araxium here. I don't know where the last Sport is, all the way across the map. And quite a while before he gets here. Those spawns on this map are actually pretty long. It would probably help Araxium out if they gain control to block this spawn over here, but I'm not sure they're going to need to. Yeah, because the Native's still spawning over there. They're pretty close, but they're going to have to go in for a recap right now. He's not going to make it. So pod number 2 is going to go to Araxium. Looks like some of these power-ups are going to go waste, but that's alright. Fury did manage to get one of them, and Araxium's actually going to be right next to this next third pod. Really, really fortunate spawns for them. But let's see what Nativ's doing. Got one player up top, looks like Puffy sees him, he's going to go for it, takes him out. We got one kind of looking underneath, another jumps up top. Puffy also going to take him out. Puffy's doing work in this game. He actually found another player by himself at the bottom. He's actually going to chase him. He just doesn't even care about the pod at this point. He's just going to go slay everybody. But unfortunately Felvine, or is it Felvine, gets a nice pod cap here. Got 3 Araxium here. We're going to easily reclaim this pod. I don't know if you need to shield there, but probably better safe to be sorry. Better safe to be sorry. Better safe than sorry. Nativ's actually spawning behind them, so they're getting the good favorable spawns now. We got Dank as the last Araxium player here on the pod. He's probably not going to be able to do anything about this pod cap. And then he's going to get taken out by Okui right around the corner. But, looks like Araxium are getting the other spawn in the back here. Sport being the only player that actually spawned over there for some reason. The rest of his team are spawning. I guess he's partner spawned on Puffy, who was back there by himself chasing down that one Nativ player earlier. But Nativ's got a good setup right now. We got 2 Araxium on one side. Oh, there were some on the other side, but it looks like they actually had an orbital strike that they were saving. They actually cleared out those players. We got 2 left. Got a nice 2v2 here. The Araxium in control of the pod currently. Felvine's going to jump in to try and take out Dank. Gets taken out. And then Sport manages to finish off the other player. So still Araxium control of this pod right now. We got Norvor sneaking up on Sport right now. Takes him out. Dank's hiding around the corner here. They need to get this pod cap though. Don't know if he's running shield. Oh, he's running shield. Can he get it? Nope. Not enough time. Yep, I can turn down my sound real quick. There we go. So pod number 4 is going to spawn way in the back out here. So whichever team can get a good control of this pod quickly is going to have a really strong advantage, because this is about as far away as it gets. If Nativ cap this pod and manage to block these other 2 spawn areas over here, then Araxium is going to be spawning all the way on the other side of the map, and they're not really going to be able to do much about this pod. They're going to basically just get a free cap. It looks like Dank and Felvine are over here fighting. They're both low and they're kind of just avoiding each other until they regen their health. We got 2 Araxium players trying to push around the flank. We got Dank up on the hill. Felvine's forced to use shield there to survive. He's going to sit on the pod, hopefully defend, but it looks like they're probably both going to get taken out here. Not sure where the other native players are. I thought they had a good solid defense there. They must have gotten taken out before they even got to the pod. But Araxium are going to get a strong foothold here. We got 2 players hiding behind the pod, 2 pushed up on the hill. Looks like Puffy and Sport are fighting Nervor. They're actually going to chase him down. Oh man, he's still alive. He lived for so long. It looks like he actually dropped a proxy mine, which took out Puffy there. So now it's going to be a 3-on-2 situation, but they do need to get this pod. But they managed to take out the first player up there. Okui gets a nice kill on Nervor. Or sorry, on I didn't actually see who that was. But they did manage to clear out all the Araxium players. I'm not paying enough attention apparently. But there's those spawns I was talking about. You saw how Araxium's spawning way on the other side of the map. It's gonna take them a long time to get back. Like, they're gonna have to use their jetpacks twice to even have a chance to cap this pod, but there's actually just not enough time. This pod, unless Puffy is a miracle man, is gonna go to Nativ. And he gets taken out, so. Pod number 4 is going to go to Nativ. Trying to get some solid map patrol here back. Looks like all 2 or 3 of them are going to go for those power-ups. Maybe just one of them? Just one of them is going to get power-up. So we've got this pod here over the lakeside. Just pretty much out in the open. This is kind of a hard one to defend. The trick here really is kind of killing people before they even get close to the pod. Like this tunnel is just a death trap. Like usually you're going to want to go above it or around it, and you see how they're all kind of pushed up in front of the pod now to defend? Because just there's nowhere to hide really near this pod at all, unless you're just standing directly on the pod, and then you're really vulnerable from just any flank. Fury's actually going to sneak around the side here. Puffy and Dank take out a couple Nativ players on the flank. Fury actually went for the pod, got taken out by a player hiding in the tree behind it, and got a nice little melee fight going on here. Puffy decided he didn't want to go for that melee fight and just jumps away. We got basically Felvine versus Puffy. Puffy takes him out. He's going to take out Nervor. He's very, very low health. And he just kind of goes for the pod. He doesn't really have a choice, but he just doesn't have enough HP. And Nativ are going to claim pod number 5. Araxium are going to grab all the power-up this time. Good job, Araxium. We got the next pod. This pod's a little bit easier to defend. Not quite as far away as the last, or the one 2 pods ago. But it's still pretty bad if you lose control of this pod and you spawn on the opposite side of the map. It's really hard to get over there in time, and really, you just don't have time to take out defensive players while trying to also cap the pod at the same time. Ooh, kind of looking through the map a little bit there. Dink and Olqui are fighting. Dink gets that first kill. Looks like they actually dropped a droid there. Between the droid and Puffy to take out the second Nativ player. Now it's a 2v4 situation. Looks like he's going to go for a shield cap. The shield actually gets taken out there. Just so many Araxium players focusing him down. And looks like, yeah, so they're spawning all the way on the other side of the map. There's just no chance for them to grab this pod. So pod number 6 going to Araxium.
We let that escape pod fall into Imperial hands. We need to move faster and with more
I believe this was actually Araxium's pick, so
We have the location of another
it seemed to
pod.
be a good pick for them. But next pod is going to be right under the ship here. Native actually got there first, although Puffy managed to take out one of those players. He's going to probably recap. We got one player above him. I think he knows he's there. I don't think the native player knows he's there though. Yeah, he kind of just like walks into him there and gets taken out. So trying to zoom out a little bit here, see what's going on. So I go to Puffy's view actually while we're at it. Running a Bacta Bomb and Scan Pulse. Man, that camera just freaks out. Like first person, I feel like I'm on a roller coaster, just going around everywhere. But looks like Native gets the first kill there. Throws a Bacta on Dink there to save his life. And they're gonna, the rest of Native are just kind of charging in, trying to get a pod cap there. And I think Araxium's gonna get it. I think they're gonna take game number 1. And there's a little victory dance from Puffy at the end. Oh yeah. Puffy was definitely the MVP for that game. So well done, Puffy.